Welcome to the NIL Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the NIL Podcast, Name, Image, and Legends. I'm your host, Jermaine Dixon, and tonight we're going to do things a little different. We're going to talk about this NBA draft. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for continuing to support what we're building here. You know, whether you've been rocking with us since day one or this your first time tuning in, we're glad you're here. Before we jump into tonight's episode, I got to show some love to our amazing partners. Big shout out to Ready for keeping athletes and competitors fueled and ready to perform at the highest peak. And a huge thank you to our partners at Dabble. If you haven't checked them out, make sure you use code NIL Pod and show them some love. If you enjoy what we're building, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with everybody who loves the game as much as we do. So sit back. Let's just enjoy this. So I wanted to talk about the NBA draft. It's July 8th. You know, the draft had to be about 2 weeks ago. We had a lot of summer leagues games that were played, a few games that have been played. So let's just go down this list of the draft. So the number one pick was AJ Dybantsa. Everyone's seen it. You know, it was a lot of talk about AJ and Peterson, who would be the number one pick. I think the Wizards did the right thing in taking AJ. You just at this pick, especially for DC, with the number one pick, you can't mess it up. Now, I don't think you would have messed the pick up getting Peterson, but you had to take AJ because if Peterson didn't pan out, then you would look crazy. So I think AJ, even though it didn't seem like, was the consensus number one pick. So I think you had to go that route. And with, you know, the Wizards, I think they putting together a good team. Now the Wizards making a lot of moves. Like for instance, bring in Middleton back. I think that was big. I don't know what it means, but for me, I look at it as Middleton is gonna help for sure. He's gonna help. Middleton has to be about, I don't know Middleton's age. He has to be about, let's look him up. He has to be about 32, maybe a little older than that. How old is Middleton? Chris Middleton is 34 years old. Okay, so he's a little older. Charleston, South Carolina. Shout out my man D. Scott. So I think they brought Middleton in to help AJ develop. I think AJ is going to be good regardless. I'm not saying that he needs help, but it's always good to have a good vet. And Middleton, if people don't remember, Middleton was the guy that closed things in Milwaukee when they won a championship with the finals. He was the closer. Yes, Giannis did carry most of the load, but at the end of the games, Middleton was closing them games. So I think it was good for them to bring Middleton in to have some veteran leadership coming off the bench, helping prepare AJ for what's to come for him in the future. With the number 2 pick, the Jazz had to take Peterson. I think that was a no-brainer. Peterson probably pound for pound is the most talented guy in this draft. And you can see it in the summer league. Like, he's going crazy. I don't think he should play anymore. In this 2 games, he's averaging 27 points, like 7 assists. I don't think he needs to play anymore, but he's shown why he could have been a number 1 pick. If the Wizards decided to go with Peterson, they wouldn't have missed. I think he's going to be that good. He's going to be that good. It was crazy watching, you know, what happened in college, but we don't really know why he was sitting out. They say something about creatine, and, you know, he was always cramping. Regardless what it is, his body's safe for the NBA, 82-game season. And when he played in his summer league games, he ain't miss a half. So we'll see how it turns out. But I think he's going to be really good. Probably end up being one of the best players in this draft. But the Jazz had to go with Peterson. I think the Jazz are putting together a good team, a really good team. And then watching Peterson play, he's playing the point guard. Man, that's big for them because Keontae George, I think he came into his own. Keontae George is becoming a star in the NBA. Last year, he averaged 24 and 6, 4 rebounds. And I think he shot a good percentage. And each year, he's getting better. Now, I think with Peterson coming in, he might not average 24. We'll say he averaged 24. It's 23.6. So we'll say he averaged 24. I don't think he's going to average 24. But will he average 20? I think he can still do that. It could be even more dip if they keep him. I think they should keep him. But I think him and Peterson together, that's a hell of a backcourt. Hell of a backcourt. Then, so you got George, you got Keontae George, you got Peterson. Marketing is 7-1. I don't like Marketing playing the 3. For me, I forgot about Cody Williams. He came on late. But I think Cody Williams would be a good guy he's a good piece off the bench. But he had some really good games. He had some really good, but actually the Jazz got a good team. He had some really good games at the end of the year. But for me, you picked him at 5 last year. There's no way you don't start Ace Bailey. Unless it's something I don't know, I'd say you go Peterson, Bailey, and Keontae George. Ace Bailey averaged 14 last year, and I think he could be a legit scorer. He's a legit scorer. He will get buckets. I think you give him any 6'9". You just work on him, letting him know, hey, we're gonna need you to defend. Like, we need you to defend. You have to be a hell of a defender for us to take the next step. And then if they keep the roster, you got Marketing, and then you got Marketing, and you got Jaren Jackson, and you still got Nurkic. Do they got Kevin Love? I don't know if Kevin Love is on this team. I'm looking at the roster. And Kyle Flip. I call him Flip. I don't want to say his name, but I call him Flip. Big man from Duke. But he's a forward. They did take Jackson Hayes, but I don't see him as a starter. I think you start Marketing in Jackson, but then you might be kind of weak. You're big, but you don't have a strong rebounder. Yeah, you got to start Nurkic. Ace might have to come out the bench. Ace is going to have to come out the bench. I don't like that for Ace. I mean, regardless, I think he'll play a lot. I think Ace needs to, Ace is going to have to rebound at a high level this year to offset because guys like Jaren Jackson averaged 6 rebounds last year. Let's see, for his career, he's averaging 6. And this is me rounding up. He's averaging 5.6 for his career, 5.7 last year. He's not a strong rebounder. He's 6'10", 242. And then Marketing is not a bad rebounder. He averaged 7. Marketing averaged 27 and 7. For his career, he averaged 7 a game. Ace will have to rebound at a high clip. And I think Peterson's going to be rebounding. Actually, Keontae George is not a bad rebounder. He averaged 4. Peterson can rebound. Ace averaged 4 rebounds last year. I think if Ace take his rebounding up to about 6 or 7 a game, so get about 3 more rebounds a game, then you can start them 3. But outside of that, I think to start the year, they're gonna have to start Nurkic until the other guys show that, hey, we're gonna rebound at a high clip. So Ace might come off the bench to start the year, or Keontae George. I don't see Keontae George coming off the bench if they keep him. Ace might be coming off the bench. I think the Jazz got a really good team. Listen up. Champions aren't made on game day. They're built every single day by what you put in your body. That's why we're proud to partner with Ready. Whether you're crushing a workout, chasing your kids around, grinding at work, or competing at the highest level, Ready gives you the formula to perform, from protein waters to protein bars and snacks. They got everything you need to stay locked in
and ready for whatever comes next. This isn't just a sponsor. We use Ready ourselves because we believe in products that actually perform. So if you're serious about taking your game to the next level, head over and grab yours today. Use code NIL20 and save 20% on your order. Fuel your body, fuel your future, stay ready so you never have to get ready. Now, let's get back to the show.
Peterson should be starting, unless you bring Peterson off the bench, but I don't see that happening. I see him getting right to it. But anyway, so AJ 1, Peterson 2, Campbell's a 3 to Memphis, Caleb Wilson 4 to the Chicago Bulls, Keontae Wagler 5. I think that's where I think 1, 2, 3, 4 was kind of, you've seen that happening. Even with Caleb Wilson, I think he ended up jumping as the process of the NBA draft went, the workouts and everything. I think everybody saying, hey, Caleb Wilson might be top 4. I think the surprise was Keaton Wagler at 5 to the Clippers. A lot of people thought Acuff would be the first guy off the board. Now, I think, I feel like the Clippers wasn't taking a point guard just because they still had Darius Garland. They got Darius Garland, so there was no point in taking a guard. Now, if they had moved Darius Garland, now you take a Acuff who's a point guard. But you can get Keontae Wagler, especially now you move Kawhi Leonard. So you get Wagler and Garland will be good together. Because Wagler, I feel, is more of a 2 guard, and when he moves to the point guard, he'll be good. But I like Wagler to that team, but that was a surprise. My favorite pick of the night, Mikkel Brown Jr. I didn't want him to go to Brooklyn initially. I didn't like him in Brooklyn. I'm happy with everything. He's my favorite player in the draft. I wanted him at Pitt. Backstory, I was trying to work the back channels to get him at Pitt. I was talking with Gil. I know Chris Mikkel Brown's father went to my dream college, TCC. So I know him. When I was coming in, he was at a D2, but he ended up coming back. So he was around while I was at TCC playing. So me and Chris we got real cool. We was real close. Great guy. So there's a little bias there to me, but his son's nice. Right. So I was trying to make that happen at Pitt. And he was for it. You know, I don't know how Mikkel felt about it. But Chris is, you know, obviously he wanted his son to play for somebody he could trust, and he liked Capel a lot. So I was hoping that could happen. But you never know what happened. You never know what goes on in this game when you start talking about shoes, Adidas and Nike and then all that. I stayed away from it. But me knowing Chris, my love for Pitt and Capel and what I wanted to see them do, I was trying to get Mikkel Brown to Pitt. I was hoping that we can make that happen. And I'm 100% certain they had conversations. I pushed it off to Gil and I let them do what they do. But Mikkel Brown, Brooklyn. Initially, I didn't like it. Let me go to the next roster. Initially, I did not like it. But now, and then I'm seeing the moves Brooklyn made, and this actually might not be bad. You got Mikkel. I say you start Mikkel at the 1, Demon at the 2, and that was my confusion. Like who's gonna be the 1? Who's gonna be the 2? I think Igor Demon, because he's about 6'9", he can play the 2 and great with the ball. So you have him and Mikkel, both can play point guard, 2 guard. Mikkel was 6'6", 6'5", 6'6", so they interchangeable with Michael Porter Jr. at the 3, Julius Randle at the 4, and then I'm assuming you start Sharp at the 5. I don't think Clowney plays the 5. Yeah, so Clowney he's light, and they grab Wagner as well, Mortez Wagner. So I like the roster that they putting together. I think next year they try to grab a big man in the draft. I don't think Brooklyn's going to be good. I don't think no one thinks Brooklyn's going to be good. And if they're good for them. If Sharp don't pan out, and this is Sharp year to try to show that he's the guy. But if he don't pan out, you go get a big next year. But I think Mikkel Brown is going to have a great year. He's my rookie of the year. Hopefully he plays in all games. But Yeah, that's my rookie of the year, Markel Brown. Then Darius Acuff went to the Kings. Darius Acuff and Peterson are probably considered the most skilled players in this draft. But Darius Acuff to Sacramento. We'll see how that works out. Sacramento gets guards, and they let him go. Kingston Fleming went to the Hawks. Let me see. I think he might have been put in the best position out of everyone in the top 10 because that's a playoff team. Let me go to the Hawks roster before I get to talking about them. But that's a playoff team. The Hawks roster 2026. That's a playoff team, and he can learn from they have really good guards. So like you got CJ, you got Alexander Walker. He can learn from them guys. So either whether he come off the bench or if he end up getting in the starting lineup, he'll be able to find his way. I think for Fleming, I think his main thing, because you got a Jalen Johnson who can handle the ball and initiate the offense. Mikkel Alexander Walker who can initiate the offense. I think Fleming's job will be to get people involved, but be able to knock down that corner three, that wing three. Be able to knock down an open three. I'm getting sick. And he'll stay on the court longer. But I think he's been put in the best situation. I don't think Atlanta's going to have a fall off. I think they'd be really good. I hope to see Asa Newell play more this year. I actually like him. I know he's a little light for man. He's about 225. But I want to see him get on the court more. So hopefully he can make that happen. But I think Fleming he's in the best situation. Motez Johnson Jr. from Michigan went 9 to the Mavericks with his old coach Dusty May. Braden Burrows at 10 to Milwaukee. Yaxel Lindenborg 11 to Golden State. Mar, a big man from Michigan, went 12 to the Thunder. Nate Ament 13 to Miami, traded to Milwaukee. Steinbach went to the Hornets. I think that was a good pickup. And, from there, I think Cam Carr, 24 to the Lakers, was a really good pickup, and he looks really good in Summer League. He looks really good. We'll see how that turned out, but he looks really good in Summer League. And they need, if he can be a defender and knock down shots, is exactly what they need. Luka, AR, yeah. If he can get in that spot, let me look at the Lakers. The Lakers got somebody else. Lakers roster 20. Who did the Lakers just pick up that I'm trying to blank to? Lakers just got somebody free. Oh, Quentin Grimes and Colin Sexton, which he will be a backup. And I think Quentin Grimes a start unless Cam Carr go crazy and get that spot. But I like Cam Carr. Terrence Reed to San Antonio was a good pickup. Trying to see anybody else that I missed that I thought were really good. But I think this draft is going to be one of the best. I think this draft is going to be one of the best that we had in a very long time.
If you love sports and think you know the game, it's time to put your knowledge to work with Dabble. Pick your favorite player props, build your entries, and make every game even more exciting. Here's the best part. New users can get started for as little as $5. Just use our code NILPod when you sign up to unlock your bonus. Don't sit on the sidelines. Join the thousands of sports fans already playing on Dabble. Hit the link in the description, use code NILPod, and let's cash in together. Now, let's get back to the show.
And these guys, let me go to Summer League perform. These guys are playing well. There's Acuff. Like the thing with him, he took 29 shots, right? In his first preseason game. Then he didn't shoot well. He didn't shoot well neither one of his preseason. I think the first game he shot 9 for 29. The second game he shot might have been 7 for 19. Like it wasn't great. I don't for me with that, I don't look at the numbers in summer league. It's going to look a little different in the league, but for him to have the confidence to, hey, I'm getting shots up on the man. Y'all gonna go as I go. I like it. And then the second game when he shot 7 for 20 or not 7 for 19, they end up winning the game, and he hit big shots at the end of the game. So I love what I seen from him. I love what I seen from him. Like I said, Cam Carr played. He played great. He played great in summer league. I don't think he needs to play anymore. I don't know if the Lakers are done. I don't know if the Lakers play in Vegas, but I don't think he needs to play anymore. Let's see, who else did I watch? Who else did I watch? I'm looking forward to seeing Nate Amen play. Yaxel, Linderborg, he played good. He played really good. He's really solid. That's a really solid pickup for Golden State, who's looking to they looking to be in the playoff run. So it makes sense them grabbing him. He's probably the oldest guy in this draft, for sure, probably the first round. Most NBA ready, just off of what word am I looking for? So why you need your co-host with you? Off of experience. He's one of the more experienced guys. So I think he's more ready, and that's what Golden State was looking for, and especially if they can add LeBron. I don't know if they still in it for LeBron. Mikkel played one game. I wonder if Brooklyn's in. Let me look at the Vegas schedule. I wonder if Brooklyn's in Vegas, because I want to see him play some more. Not necessarily that he needs to. I just want to watch him play. That's just me. Let's see, scores. Brooklyn, are they done? Brooklyn. Nope. Yeah, stay in Vegas. Friday. Against the Knicks. Let me see if they play Thursday. See if they play tomorrow. Oh, so they play Friday. Or Sacramento's out there too. That's good. Vegas definitely gonna give us some good bump. I'm looking forward to watching Mikkel play some more. Let's see if Memphis is out there. Yep, Memphis out there. I'm looking forward to watching Boozer play some more. I think he played really good. It's gonna be really solid. It was somebody. Oh, Boozer. So Boozer is a really. He could be the best player in this draft. And when the way I watched Memphis use him, and when they played a few games, they trying to move him to the 3. I think if he work on his lateral quickness, if he gets quicker, oh my God, he could be a stud in this league. He just get quicker, get his handle better. And like he plays like his dad. Like I watched him get some buckets in the field game. I'm like, oh, he looked like Carlos Boozer, but he moves better. And he's not moving as fluent as I think he could. And then look at his body. I think he like gets stronger, more build, tone up a lot more. Like he has a good frame, but build it up. You know what I'm saying? Get stronger. Yeah, I think he can be one of the best players in this draft. I don't know if Memphis is gonna be too good though. They don't really I don't love their roster at all. They probably be the worst team in the draft. But he can be really good. He can definitely be really good. But that's all I really had. And this was quick. I just, like I said, I just want to get some stuff out to y'all. Just make sure y'all know, we still here. Levance will be back soon. This could be premature because this might not come out. Me and Levance is supposed to get on tomorrow morning. And if me and Levance get on tomorrow, my background's going to look different. Because I'm not going to be able to be in my office. So I'm not going to have my jersey back there or my picture with my family. It'll be a white wall behind me. But yeah, I just want just get this out for y'all. Just so y'all can, hear us, see that we still active. It's going to get better. We're going to be better. We got some interviews coming up. But once again, thank y'all for joining us at the NIL Podcast, Name, Image, and Legends. We appreciate y'all. We love the support. If you love what we're doing, like and subscribe. We're going to keep flooding y'all with this content. It's only going to get better. Peace.